Hi guys, welcome to part two, a long planned, often delayed part two. Long story short, hospital, blah blah blah, appointments, car's failed its MOT spectacularly. Anyhow, I didn't want to bore you. It's got some paint on it. It's got MRP's Dark Sea Grey, which is a fairly good match. But I've been busy filling up around the air brakes with Mr. Surfacer and letting it dry basically and sink back. Pylons are fitted. That was a fun job. I got it wrong, but hey ho. So I've got all prepped, ready for getting some white paint on it. Unfortunately, it's raining. There we go. It's raining, so can't do a lot. Yeah, I just had to polish out the canopy because I've got glue on it. Note to self: be very careful. Use the Tamiya extra thin because it capillaries, doesn't it? So I made up a masking set for the cockpit for the canopies, and yeah, and it wandered. And so it's like, don't panic. Pull the tape off. There's a nice little line halfway up. Put it to a side, let it dry, scraped it back, and polished it using a very rare freestanding stick, polishing stick. So if you're very careful, you can get them out, but you've got to the trick is you've got to let them dry. Okay. Obviously, the wings, again, fitted the pylon, fitted the fairing for the pitot tube. I'm not going to put the pitot tubes on, they'll snap. The plastic is very brittle on this. I think it's been sat in the box too long, unfortunately. The wing fold needed a bit of adjustment because it doesn't fit. It was rather a wrestle to try and get it to fit. So I realised that the little hinge there, you need to trim off at least 1 millimetre either side from it. Okay, and that way it'll click in. I've just noticed there's a lovely sink mark there, which will have to be dealt with. And we'll see what it's like when it's painted, I suppose. Saying that, if someone's walked on it, it's gone through. But it shouldn't have gone through like that because obviously you've got a stringer. You've got a spar going up the outer edge. And then you've got the end cap is affixed to it. So yeah, I've just noticed those sink marks. How annoying. Has the other side got one? No. So it shows differences in construction, in moulding. Oh well, more filling. Fortunately, there's not any rivet detail, so to speak, on this. Having seen the big bird up close and personal, it's all dimpled countersunk rivets. So I think they're about 120 degrees. I think, but it's been a few years, so yeah. Well, they were standard Harrier rivets that we put in because we had to repair one of the panels. This panel here had been crushed, so we had to remove, de-rivet and straighten out the spars and shrink the skin, and it popped back out. So yeah, didn't notice. Yeah. So anyhow, before I forget, just to be a bit more specific on the details, this kit was first released in 2010. Obviously, that's when Airfix went tits up, went bust. So obviously it was released as a limited edition. Then Airfix, obviously under Hornby, that's when the red boxes came in, re-released it in 2011. This is 2011 tooling. It's not the 2019 tooling that disappeared. I suspect that was to do with the Buccaneer, because the Buccaneer is a similar sort of size of plane. Yeah. I also made up me pitot tube, me little aerial here that snapped off in the last video. So, anyhow, that's me done. That's enough of an update for you. So, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you will, please. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.